Hello, I'm Korma. Welcome to the Gourmet Vegetarian Cooking Video Encyclopedia. This edition, we're going to show you how to prepare all these delicious vegetable dishes. Scrambled curd, simple glazed carrots, chickpeas and potatoes in a creamy coconut yogurt gravy, and zucchini, green pepper and tomato tarkari. We carefully combine fresh produce with herbs and spices, grains and dairy products for an enormous variety of tasty dishes that are not only satisfying to the palate but also conducive to good health and happiness. Bon appetit! Scrambled curd, the vegetarian's answer to scrambled eggs, is a delightful homemade curd preparation. Here's curd, a homemade light cheese made by adding some curdling agent to milk. Curdling agent means something which is acidic. So for that purpose you can use lemon juice, yogurt, or you can use citric acid or tartaric acid, which you can buy in any department store. You can use vinegar, or you can use buttermilk. Now over here we have 1 gallon of fresh whole milk which has just come to the boil, and we're going to add between 1/2 and 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice to this milk in order to prepare our curd. So whatever sort of curdling agent you're going to use, always be careful just to not add the whole amount at once, but add a little bit at a time so as you can gradually allow the curds to come out of the milk. Curds are the solid portion and the liquid residue is called whey. Now after the lemon juice has been added to the milk, you'll notice that lumps of curd appear in the milk. This is the first stage of curdling. After some time, more lumps will appear and the liquid residue will go more clear until finally the curds will have completely separated from the whey. As you can notice here, the curds are fully lumpy and the whey has become completely clear, which means that you shouldn't add any more curdling agent. Rather, you should progress on with the next stage. So now we have to separate the curds from the whey. I'm going to pour it through a colander here. Now notice that I'm not pouring all the way down the sink. Don't discard it, rather keep it. You can cook vegetables in it, you can make different types of soup stocks, you can make drinks out of the whey. So capture it all in a bowl, let it cool down, put it in the fridge for later. Meanwhile, with the curd, let's take it over to the sink and allow it to drain a little more thoroughly. Now when the curd has been sitting in the sink for some time, you will then be able to progress on with the next stage, which is the scrambling part. So here's our curd. It's been draining now for about 10 or 15 minutes. Most of the whey has drained out. There's just a little bit left here. We're going to continue on with the next stage. Now to make scrambled curd, you need the following ingredients. 3 tablespoons of ghee, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, whole, 1 teaspoonful of salt, 1/4 teaspoonful of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and 2 teaspoons of minced fresh coriander. This is a bunch of fresh coriander, sometimes known as cilantro. It's a natural herb. It's like the Indian equivalent of parsley. I use it a lot actually in my cooking. It adds a very nice finishing touch to your preparations. So firstly, add your ghee to a heavy pan or a wok. I like to cook in woks. They're very practical for this style of cooking. And turn your flame on to high. When the ghee starts to slightly smoke, take your cumin seeds and place them into the ghee like so. They'll start to crackle and pop. This is called the masala method of cooking spices. The natural aroma of the spices is extracted by frying it in some cooking medium like ghee, or you can use cooking oil. When the cumin seeds have browned, gently toss in the curd like so. Sprinkle in the turmeric and the salt. Gently saute it just for a minute until all the spices and the curd are mixed. You see now it's starting to look like scrambled eggs. Finally, remove it from the flame and add black pepper, your cream, give it a final stir. This is wonderful for breakfast, and it has the fraction of the cholesterol of scrambled eggs. And finally, sprinkle on your fresh coriander leaf.